Welcome to Kirker's Mug. This is Joseph David. I'm followed by Mike and Jake.
Again,
How dare you?
I know, it's awesome. Hey, I have to make things up.
Make things up for 17 episodes.
17 episodes.
I'm the original co-host. I don't count your nephews in that Office episode.
You honestly are the one that has been here.
Pretty much
I think
from the
there's
beginning.
only maybe 5 episodes that you haven't been here. Ryan's interview, because that was 2 episodes. And then me and Mike's last week.
All your Dave's Den of Discourse.
Yeah, my Dave's Den, but that's just my silliness being my silliness.
Yeah.
But I don't count those. I just count those as side projects for myself.
Okay.
When we have when I had to fill in gaps. But now we don't have to fill in any gaps because we're pretty on top of stuff.
Yeah.
I think. So today
Recap.
we are actually
It's our season
recapping.
finale.
Yes.
This is crazy.
Which is great. Which is really last season we had a huge long season of 25, 26, 27 episodes.
Wow.
It was awesome. And I could have put a lot more movies on that list.
So this season, we decided to go a little bit shorter because it was a Star Wars thing. And I really do enjoy the time where we can sit and talk about what we thought about the season. And I really like that part about it, where we can just kind of hit the reset button with everything on it. So, is there anything you guys would like to bring up with our recap?
I just wanted to say that when we started, I kind of felt like I knew Star Wars a little, but now I really know Star Wars, and I feel like I can talk to people about it. Other Star Wars fans.
So you feel more confident with understanding the deeper stuff with Star Wars.
Right. And now I can understand why Jake hates Episode 1, and that Episode 3 is the best of the prequels.
Yeah.
But it still can't touch the original trilogy.
Sure.
And I do understand, Episode 5 for Jake is the best, and okay, now I get, for me, it was just 4, 5, 6. I just watched them. It was just, to me, one kind of a flowing movie, this is the story.
Yeah.
But then when Jacob explains stuff, I go, 5 is way better.
No, and I feel since watching these movies over again, because they were really tough for me to watch, having Shakespeare Star Wars come in with it for me really helped me understand it more, saw the depth, and then talking with you more about it, I was able to, before, I always thought that the Star Wars movies were just heavy. They were just heavy, really kind of boring, and not really interesting to me. But as I've gotten to see it, it's oh no, they're a lot more interesting, a lot more in depth, and not as bad as I thought.
Well, you're probably having the prequels in the forefront of your mind as being boring, because those are some boring movies.
They are, but even with 1, 2, and 3, they were a little bit heavy, and then 4, 5, and 6, sometimes at times in my growing up, they're rough to watch. They were just harder to watch for me.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't sit in the dentist chair unless he had Star Wars playing on the TV in the ceiling. No, seriously, my chart until well into my 20s said, like Star Wars, play Star Wars for him to sit still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Jake, you've got a pretty big understanding, knowledge. You've read a lot of the books, right?
Yeah.
I think that would benefit me to read them, too.
Yeah.
I think anybody to benefit them. Because Wikipedia, I've read tons and tons of stuff. And Star Wars is way more entertaining knowing that little bit of information. So I'm guessing those books. How many books do you think you've read with Star Wars?
Probably over 60.
Wow. That's amazing.
Man, dude, okay.
And I can tell you all about Darth Vader's secret apprentices. That's the problem with the expanded universe, is it got crazy.
Yeah. I listened, I didn't read them, but I listened to Darth Plagueis once. Yeah. And then I had to listen to it again, just because it's holy cow.
Yeah.
And
that's the one that Disney wrote, though.
That one?
So it's canon.
So it's canon.
Yes. But I would say, like in Heir to the Empire, I listened to that once, and I know I need to go back and listen to it again. And to me, really, what I learned, I do like the William Shakespeare Star Wars because it's just the movie, but in Shakespeare language, so it makes it a little bit easier. For me, it does.
Shakespeare easier.
Shakespeare easier, and the Star Wars movies easier.
Yeah, Book of Isaiah way easy.
But listening to the books now, like listening to Star Wars books, it really opened my eyes too. Like, I think it's like, it's by far more fascinating to learn about the Star Wars expanded universe, where it's like, whoa, this is nuts.
Yeah.
But it's so fun to like listen to it, and like I have had to shut my mouth because like I'm hanging out with my girlfriend, and I start talking about Star Wars, and I'm like, oh, shut up, Dave. Like, I just tell myself to shut up because like that's all I want to talk about at times, because I think it is the best expanded universe for the most part.
So the Disney had to cut out the expanded universe. They just had to.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have been able to make movies because you can't do that because in this book, this character does this and that. Yeah. So they had to, and so they started releasing their own books.
Yeah.
With the puppet hands.
Yeah.
This is what you can write about, and it just works better. But there's so many things from the expanded universe that they need to bring in.
And do you think at times they'll bring that slowly in to to connect it?
They brought in Thrawn.
Yeah.
From the Timothy Zahn trilogy. Yeah. And then I just hope they do a Darth Revan, Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah. Oh man, I want that so bad.
And isn't that isn't supposedly they're going to try and go into Old Republic, or is that just a rumor?
That's been a rumor for
years.
Okay.
Years.
Listeners, when I hear them say now Old Republic, I know what the heck he's talking about, because before he'd say Old Republic Knights, and I'm like, I don't know what
Knights of the Old Republic?
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. But it's just fun to, once you start to learn, oh, okay, cool, yeah. Like, I would love to know about the Knights of Ren and the Ren from the Knights of Ren.
I would like to know that, too.
Oh, my gosh.
Because didn't we talk about this where we thought maybe they could do a spin-off on the Knights of Ren?
They could, but...
Just to explain it, just to be like, oh, this is it. Because they did that with Solo and Rogue One, like, do you think they would?
Solo kind of made them rethink everything.
Yeah.
And that's why we got the awesome show, The Mandalorian.
Yep.
Yeah. But
that is awesome.
We talked about with Solo because they released that in the midsummer, and they were competing against like bigger movies that were better movies.
Nostalgic is why they released it, May 19th or something.
Yeah.
Because that's when the original Star Wars Episode 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But even so, all the Star Wars movies are good. Mm-hmm. Some are better than others.
Yeah.
Some are a lot better than others.
A lot better.
Yeah. So it's fun getting lost in this world.
Yeah.
If you're inclined to that. It's not fun for a lot of people. But it's fun for us, and I'm glad you guys found your geekdom.
Yeah,
yeah, and that was like, to me, that was the surprising part, because I remember at the beginning of the thing, before we even started, I'm like, man, I'm not really looking forward to it, just because like I was worried. I was just really worried that like, because I know my relationship with Star Wars before, it's like this won't even be good, and then.
Yeah.
Getting into it, those William Shakespeare Star Wars things were just kind of like helped me with a key, and then like reading, because we'd go to Barnes and Noble. I'd go to Barnes and Noble, and then I would just say, all right, let's pull out a comic book and just start reading, like a Star Wars comic book.
Yeah,
and that was like getting more understanding and
if you want some clarification of Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Read the recent series of Star Wars comics.
Yeah. so good. Like
So
I've
good.
read some of them, and like they are just awesome.
Yeah.
Just learning about him and all that
I
stuff.
think that's what's good about Clone Wars, and for me, understanding who Anakin is
Yeah.
makes it. Just you sent us something the other day on text with the higher ground, right?
Yeah.
Well, I started debating in my brain. Well, wait, maybe. Oh well, no. Like I had it. I couldn't even answer your text because I was like, I just have to talk to Dave face to face because this is how I. Wait, no, this is not how I think. Frustrated me, by the way.
And then I saw that article about the novelization of The Rise of Skywalker, and I just couldn't figure out how to put it in the text to tell you guys. And
Yeah.
you did. I knew he was a clone. I knew it. The novelization of Rise of Skywalker goes into detail how Ben Solo sees the cloning stuff from the Clone Wars.
Yeah, that's
And-
right.
And the spirit of the Emperor went into the cloned body, and that's why it deteriorated so fast because it wasn't a true body.
So he just asking on that. Mm-hmm. I think in the comic books, didn't Senator Palpatine or Emperor Palpatine?
I just say Palpatine.
Palpatine, didn't he? I want to say like somewhere I read that he was able actually to transfer his spirit to others,
So
right?
he
was able to.
It's the Dark Empire comic book series from the mid-90s.
That did that.
Yeah.
That introduced that, and then
He put himself into a younger clone of himself. And shenanigans. Oh, man. So it pretty much took the plot from Dark Emperor.
so really they just they used the legend sort of story and did Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wasn't as good.
Wow. See, and like this stuff is so fun to discuss now that we know more.
Yeah.
And it's like sending that text, I was like, oh yeah. Hey. And I didn't think anything of it, but like when I read that, I was like, wait a minute. And then I knew I had to share it with you guys. And like, I honestly wouldn't be surprised. And I also sent them like this person did a egg, but it looked like the Death Star. It was just dorky. But it was just like, it's so fun to see these things with Star Wars and walk into the expanded universe for Star Wars and just kind of like have fun with it now.
Yeah.
Because now it's like, I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if like a year from now, one of us sees something and like texts something. About Star Wars. Because we just had like such a enjoyable time getting to know.
Yeah. And your guys' episodes about the timeline and the core planets. I'm sorry I wasn't here. I could have streamlined your conversation quite a bit.
100%. He could have.
But I tell you what, I was so excited because I probably studied maybe 6 hours of reading and trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And okay, who's this? And looking at timelines on Reddit and thanking people on Reddit for putting a timeline together because what the heck?
No.
Yeah. Oh, and that, like, to me, that was like, I think that one was fun to do. Like, that was one of the, for me, it was like, I know I just went off on things, but like, I tried to fill in some blanks as best I could. Or like say, oh yeah, this, and this.
I remember something.
Yes.
You guys don't know what Bespin is?
What's Bespin?
No. What is
Cloud City.
Well,
That's good.
remember, we're the novel nerds. We're the
We're novices.
novice nerds.
Yeah.
Novice Star Wars nerds. So we have an out.
It's not some obscure fact.
I know.
It's in the most popular Star Wars movie of all time.
Yeah. I don't know what to say, Jake.
Yeah, I don't know what to say to that.
Because like,
And I can't remember any of the other things that I could have said, but
we really wish you could, so then you could because we wanted Jake to be there. We wanted him to be there to help us out because we are very novices.
I had some other obligations.
He had other obligations, which is great. And it was just like, well, we did the best we could. We know Star Wars nerds who, like, people like Jake would come and destroy us.
Oh, yeah.
In it. Because it's like, well, we're just trying to figure this out. Yeah. And, that's okay. Like, we did the best we could.
I can learn from what they destroy us on. Oh, I said that wrong?
Yeah.
But that one was that one was fun.
Nice. It's been a fun season.
It has. Like, do you guys have like a favorite episode that we did, or favorite,
or where you disagree with us? Or like with Dave saying that Episode 3 is the best Star Wars movie ever.
Still is and always will be. I've seen that twice. Actually.
You've only seen the movie twice?
No, I saw the movie twice in the movie theater, and Rise of Skywalker are the only two that I've seen twice in the movie theater. So both of those are the best.
I've only ever seen most of them once, and not the original trilogy.
And I pre-ordered Rise. So dumb.
The remastered versions of Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back, and I didn't see Return of the Jedi.
Oh, see, yeah, I really... I do it to get under you.
Yeah, I
know. To like tease you, and Jake knows that. Because I know that it's not. It's totally not. Not one bit, but it's just funny to be like, oh yeah, the best one.
But it's not funny.
You don't think it's funny. I think it's funny.
It's not funny.
It's so funny. It's like, oh no, this is the best one. Because he's stubborn just like I'm stubborn, so it's good.
I mean, when Return of the Jedi and Star Wars aren't in your top 3.
Oh, yeah. In my top 3.
Yeah, because your top 3 is Episode 3, and then I don't know what else.
Yeah. Well, we never have ever talked about, like, our top 3s or, like, put them in order. Never did that.
Yeah. Well, listen to the episodes. We kind of do.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, I can see that.
With a surprise number 1.
Yeah. But, like, no, like, what were, like, when we were recording or when we were talking or as you have listened to the podcast after it was published, what has been, like, your guys' favorite one to listen to? Like, oh, yeah, that was really fun. Like, I enjoyed it. Or did you just enjoy all of them?
Just like the movies, Empire Strikes Back and Rogue One.
Were your favorite ones to listen to?
Yeah. I
could see that. Do you have any, Mike?
So I edited them all on YouTube for YouTube.
Yeah.
And watching them. I don't know if there's the story. It's just I don't remember which ones are good, but it's just for me it's fun to watch us, especially Jake rubbing his chin so much. Apparently you've realized that.
Yeah, I realized that. Yeah, I do this a lot, don't I?
Like I think the one where you and me argued. Where it was just like...
About Obi-Wan leaving the planet?
Yeah. I think that one was didn't. Well, we'll see in the TV series.
He didn't.
We'll see in the TV series. But
the TV series might not be accurate. He didn't.
We'll see.
He didn't.
But like that's the thing is like those types of things where it was like trying to hold my own against you. Like I always found those were really like kind of fun for me, and then like all of us contributing to an episode was always just fun for me.
That conversation reminded me most of Fanboys.
Yeah,
the movie, one of our latest episodes.
Oh yeah,
that conversation that Eric and Linus have about Luke and Leia is hilarious.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So that's what it reminded me of. That you gained a geek degree in Star Wars, and you thought you knew everything, and
yeah, I can see that. I'm a little cocky at times, which is just so stupid.
You guys have taken the class. You guys both passed Star Wars class,
and I don't know. I think that's been the greatest part about, like, one of the greatest is that we've learned, me and Mike, where we started has now where we are now. It's like, yeah.
And I think one thing that can add for me even is Clone Wars and watching all the seasons.
Yeah.
And I now think of it, I think those are kind of my favorite episodes because I only watched a couple, but the couple that I watched and getting to know Ahsoka, right? Ahsoka.
Yeah,
right?
Ahsoka Tano.
Yeah. She's awesome. I love Ahsoka. Like, I just found out, did you see what George Lucas said about Ahsoka? He said he wanted to kill her off. Yeah, and I'm glad he didn't because I like her a lot.
I agree with his statement of, like, George just doesn't understand the story. Like, why would you kill a great... because of that Clone Wars. No.
The Clone Wars or Clone Wars?
Clone Wars.
No.
That was one of my favorite parts.
The lightsaber battle in
Rebels.
After you said that, I'm like, because you said it's one of the best ones.
Yeah.
Right?
It's the second best lightsaber battle.
I had to go watch that. I had to watch it again. I was like, oh, man. And she didn't leave. I was like, wait a minute. What happened to her? But, yeah, like, it was just, like going back and visiting some things and, like, them having the new season with Clone Wars, so you're just kind of watching it and like, wow.
Haven't had time to watch it.
They've only had 3 episodes. And
I know that they're doing it right. They're releasing the episodes one week at a time,
which they should.
Yeah, and they're just following this one group. Bad Batch. That's what they're really called.
I need to finish season 5 and season 6 before I get to season 7.
Yeah, and I always think the end of season 6 with Yoda is. I think that's a wonderful understanding of the Force more and that sort of thing. Like, I really like that part, and so
in a technical aspect, Disney Plus now 4K for all the movies, which is wonderful. If you have a 4K TV,
yes,
and it's I
overbought.
Good. It looks good. Yeah. It's fun to watch. So I had it on Blu-ray, and I watched 4, 5, and 6 on Blu-ray. Yeah, preparing for our episodes. And then I was like, well, let's see. When Disney Plus came out, I watched 4, and I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, so
really good looking.
Doing this season, I had to get the DVDs from the library. Yeah. And then Disney Plus came out. Yeah. And I could watch Rogue One. Yeah. And then Solo was still on Netflix, but...
Yep.
Yeah. But you have Netflix, right? Yeah. Or you had?
No, I still have Netflix.
Yeah.
Those are my TV channels. I've got Disney Plus, I've got Netflix, and I've got BYU TV. That's what I've got.
That's all I got.
BYU TV is a free app. That's why I can have it.
So, yeah, like, is there anything that kind of you didn't enjoy at all? Like, is there anything that, like, you'd say, I think we probably should have done this a little bit different? There
was things that we teased in the beginning parts of the episode that we never got to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's big. It's because of the way we did the season.
How we recorded.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I've noticed that. I noticed that too when editing. I'm like, we didn't talk about that. We didn't talk about that at all.
I never said anything about Commander Voss in episode 3 because he's the guy in episode 1 with the yellow band across his eyes. Oh, okay. And he shows up in a couple episodes of Clone Wars.
Oh, nice.
And he's mentioned in episode 3 as he's leading, one of the Jedi's leading a battalion somewhere.
Nice.
Is there, besides that one, do you remember any other one?
I don't.
I think I said some, or like one of us said some, and it's like, then I remember listening to that, and I was like,
what?
Whoa, we did not even say that.
Yeah, that's...
Where did we go?
It was our recording.
The way
we recorded these episodes.
And we're
going to fix that next season.
That. Yes,
we'll never do it again.
Never again.
Ever.
Never. We made a mistake.
It was too hard.
Yeah.
Super hard. Thought it would be easy.
Mm-hmm. Didn't work.
Did not work.
And that's why our shirts change.
If you watch YouTube. Wearing a green shirt, wearing a red shirt, wearing a purple shirt, wearing a gray shirt.
All of a sudden, Jake's wearing a hoodie.
Oh, yeah. And one of them, it's like, oh, this is great. Jake has a beard. Oh, wow. Where did his beard go?
Yeah.
Yeah, we made some mistakes. We made that to me. That was our biggest one that I felt.
Yeah, that was the biggest failing.
The biggest failing this year of this season is doing the two things. But
yeah,
I remember making that decision, and we just did it, and now we know we'll never do it again.
Okay. I have to ask. Scene stealer.
Oh,
Cliffhanger. And then what was the other one? Key moments.
Key moments.
Yeah.
For the whole season?
For the whole season.
Oh, geez. See, and I don't like this because to me, scene stealer and key moment is the same thing.
The scene stealer is actually when you guys said YouTube, and we did that as a video, on a video, and you guys were going back, YouTube, yeah! I thought that was
so
such
perfect.
a scene stealer that it was just like, oh, that's great. Like, and I'm sitting in the back just laughing because it was so funny. And I thought that was like the scene stealer, I wouldn't say that would be a key moment, but I would say that would be a scene stealer. And then the key moment, I don't know. Like, I think about halfway through where I think we were able to hold our own more.
Yeah.
With halfway through against Jake, where it was like, I feel that was more of our key moment.
Okay.
But and cliffhanger.
Season 3 is coming.
Season 3 is coming. Yeah.
So
that's all I would say.
Scene stealer. George Lucas doesn't not understand his story. Key moment. George Lucas does not understand his story.
Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger season 3. Season 3 is coming.
Yeah, season 3.
Hey, what? It'll be completely different.
Yeah, we're doing different, and we'll announce that at some time soon.
Yeah.
Like we'll do like what we
We're
did
discussing
a
it
little bit
right after this episode.
Yes, we are.
We might even have a new format to watch. So it's going to be, I'm excited. I hope we go with that.
Okay.
This new format.
Now, what about you though, Mike?
Scene stealers?
Scene stealer. We're always putting you
George
on
doesn't
the
understand
spot.
his story.
Yeah, really.
Always putting you on the spot.
George doesn't understand his story. George doesn't understand his story.
Oh.
Okay,
What
look.
about my favorite thing?
Okay, what's your favorite?
What's your favorite thing?
Just, okay, and maybe still, I really like Solo. I know it's not like the greatest episode ever,
Okay.
but I just like. I thought he was cast well. I thought he looked like him. I thought it was great. I enjoyed the movie a lot.
Yeah, because you got a problem with me saying the only bad thing I can say about him is he's not Han Solo.
He's not Solo.
I mean, he's not Harrison Ford.
Yeah,
Right.
he's not Harrison Ford. Yeah.
I thought it was great. Everything about the movie. I love the ending. I like. Okay, so even with that in Solo, when they're going and robbing the train of the whatever the energy stuff. What's it called?
The hyperspace.
Yeah,
Hyperspace.
hyperspace. That's what the Millennium Falcon takes too, right?
Yeah.
You put it in those, and the blue stuff comes out. Oh yeah, but those are things that when I watched that movie, I was just like, oh look, they're still in gasoline. Like in my brain, I'm like, why is this part of the movie? But now that now that I understand, blah blah blah, I do enjoy it more.
Can I also ask, like, this is your first, like, because me and Jake, we've been doing this for like, it'll be 2 years this year.
Oh,
Me and him, and we've done it together.
Yeah.
And then we had Ryan.
Yeah.
And then this is your first season behind the mic. Even last season you did.
He recorded us.
He recorded us, but he wasn't on the mic. What?
I hate it.
Really?
No, it's different. I've been behind cameras my whole life.
Yeah.
And I've been in front of them, too. Like, my dad would record us, so I just know how to act in front of camera.
Yeah.
Talking, for anyone, it was hard for me because I like Ryan a lot. And hearing him and the funny jokes he makes and the funny sound effects, I'm like, oh, crap, I have to fill that dude's shoes. But you don't have to. You just need to be yourself. And even though Dave said, Mike, just be yourself. And I'm like, okay. Even though when I was eating in the during one of the podcasts.
It was Chewbacca.
Oh my gosh!
It was Chewie chewing.
That was probably the key moment for me was when I was listening to the podcast on my way home from work, and I'm driving and I hear, and I'm like, "What is that noise? I'm eating." It was awful. Yeah. It was biggest key moment right there. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Cliffhanger was, did I finish the food? Sheesh. Oh. Yeah. Anyway,
and I think it's been wonderful to have, to have you get the experience more. Yeah, I don't know.
It is
enjoyed it all.
It is my most exciting part. Like leading up to, I like it. I have fun.
Good.
I love it. So
good.
It's been good.
It's a lot more fun than I ever thought it was going to be. So,
and I remember when I first started doing the podcasting and recording, you get excited the first time. I remember buying the microphone and recording. I'm like, holy cow, this is so cool. Yeah. And then getting to go, and then if you ever want to start one, all you need is to get someone behind a mic, and they'll get excited. I feel that they will. Because it's like, oh, yeah. Da.
And I think a big thing, too, is you need to be prepared.
Yeah.
You can tell when we're not prepared on some subjects.
Oh, yes.
If you watch YouTube, even Ryan, me, I'll be like, oh, God, I need to find content. What was I doing? Why didn't I prepare? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But when you are prepared, you're like, oh, I want them to know this. I want them to know that I understand this. And what's your take on it? I love when we get that flow going. That's fun.
Exactly.
And that I would say those are always key moments when we have a good flow, and we all know that what we're talking about. Yeah. And we're not kind of like winging it a lot of times. Because I know, I wing it. I'm like, you're talking about fanboys, and I was like, oh, I'm going to wing it. Because at a certain point, I had to wing it because I'm like, I can't even remember this part. I don't remember. That
I watched
sort of thing.
It today.
Yeah. And so, but at the same time, I think that's what's been great is that we're progressing, we're learning, and we're getting better. And I've enjoyed this season, and I'm looking forward to season 3 big time about it, because it's like, okay, this will be it's a little different pace or a little different genre than we've done before. Yeah. And so I'm excited for that. I'm excited to be able to talk about it. Because I remember when you suggested it, we're teasing you, okay? We're just teasing you. Yeah. When you suggested it at the beginning, I actually wanted to be like, no, we're not doing Star Wars. We're doing that. Yeah. I want to do that.
Yep.
But I'm so happy.
But it's the wars.
Well, I know. But I'm happy that we stuck to what we were doing and we did Star Wars because it's so rewarding of learning so much more about Star Wars.
I think it makes me stronger to go into the next season. Because if we did that, what we're going to do next season, for this season, I think it would have been lost. But this has helped me go, okay, this is what I need to do.
Yeah. So, is there anything else?
No, that's it.
Yeah, that's
okay. Please subscribe. Please rate us. Please leave a comment.
Ring that bell.
Ring that bell. Please do notifications on YouTube. The YouTube channel is Crackers and Milk. It's Crackers N with apostrophe and Milk. That's our channel. There's a Crackers Milk channel, but that's not us.
No.
Ours is Crackers in Milk. So
not in. N.
Yeah, N. Just an N with an apostrophe. That's it. And then you'll see us. And so please subscribe to that and come give us a listen and give us a watch. So thank you and have a great day.